Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Bree from With Love Bree, and today I am hopping on with a random video, but it's also kind of a design team project video. I wanted to share some packaging that I was doing, and I am going to be using Scrap Diva Designs Peppermint Alpha, I believe is what it is. Sorry guys. I will have an affiliate link linked down below. It is free to use. It does give me a small commission when you do use that link to help my channel, but it is free for you guys to use. So if you guys would like to use that link, I will have it linked down below for you guys if you would like to pick up this die or any other dies. Thank you for all of those that did use it. I am so thankful for y'all. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So this is what the die comes with. As you guys can see, I had to put it on a magnetic sheet because if I didn't, I would definitely lose the pieces. But you get the layering piece and the bottom part. So the bottom part does have an outline for the letters, which I have already glued a couple of them down, and I did pink and gold. And I already have some right here, as you guys can see, already glued down, and I thought I would glue just a couple of them on camera. And then I made some of these like candy bag packaging, or I guess what you would call, yeah, candy bag packaging. And I have two different sizes, and honestly all I did was I just took some paper and I just folded it into thirds, but I didn't crease the sides down. So that's how I make my bags, is I'll literally take, let's see if I have a scrap piece of paper. This is just not going to be a tutorial because this really can be made however you want. So right here I have a piece of scrap paper. I take my paper and I just fold it to however big I feel like I want. So let's say if you have something that you want to gift, I will do, let's say this die, right? Oh, that's kind of okay. And I want it to be about that big. I would just mark where I want to cut off the excess because you just want a little bit overlapping so that way you can glue it down, or you can do this whole piece. It's up to you. But literally this is how I make my bags, and I'll share with you guys how I glue it. But to make the size and like figure out how I make this part right here, it's really just on what I'm going to put inside. These I use scrap pieces, so that's why they're kind of like awkwardly sized, but that's how I did it. And that's how you can make them, and I will share with you guys again how I'll seal it, so that way if you guys want to make these for your packaging, you can. So for this one, I have already sealed the bottom. I wasn't going to do a video on this, but I thought I would just share me kind of putting together some things, so that way I can share this die with you guys. So let me put this one away. So what I did was I had a scrap piece of paper, and this one measures 8 3/4 or 8.5 by 12 inches. And what I did again was I just kind of folded it to where I had just a little bit of this hanging over on, or like, sorry, overlapping the other piece of paper. So if you could see, it just overlaps by like 1/2 inch. And that's how I came up with my bag. The only thing I don't do is I don't crease it down because I want it to have that puffiness in the middle. So all I do is I actually just crease the sides, and I just make sure that it's lined up on the back, because if you could see here, it's not lined up to the bottom. So I just make sure it's lined up before I crease it, and then I just pinch it so that way I know where my mark, or like where I'm gonna be gluing. So like right here on top, I'll do the same thing, and I'll just make sure it's lined up, and then I'm just gonna pinch it. So basically like scoring it. But if you want to measure and score, you definitely can. You just have to make, you know, just measure it how you would like, but this is honestly the easiest way to do it. And then what I did was I went to my my switch machine, and I die cut a circle using this Scrap Diva Designs layering circle die. I didn't write the name of it, sorry, but it does have ovals and circles. I've actually used this in a scrapbook process video that's on my channel. If I remember, I'll link it down below. I always have the playlist for Scrap Diva Designs of my videos underneath in the description box, so if you guys want to check that out, you can. But yeah, so this is how it looks. And what I did was, instead of using acetate, I did use vellum, and then I used my sewing machine to stitch around the circle and the oval, just to give it a different look on the outside and more texture. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I used this like sage green color. And I thought it matches well with the collection. I've been using that more than the pink for this collection because I just feel like it goes well with it. And I've been using a lot of vellum too with this. I just feel like it goes much better with vellum, this collection does. So, yeah, so what I'm going to do is show you guys how I glue it. So that way, if you're not ready to adhere anything or adhere it shut, you can at least have the packaging done and then adhere it when you're ready. So let me go ahead and do that with you guys. Okay, so I am going to use my ATG gun for this, and I'm going to use some double-sided tape. I used a 1/2 inch. I think a 1/2 inch is good for both of these. And then, yeah, that's it. So depending on your paper, I guess, whatever side you're going to have overlapping is where you're going to add your adhesive to the bottom of it. But I like to add the adhesive at the bottom of the overlapping piece and the piece that's going underneath. I like to add adhesive too, just to make sure it does adhere very good. So what I'm going to do is the bottom of the bag, which is actually this part, I'm going to put adhesive all the way across this piece of paper. So I'm going to put some tape here. And I'm going to do, because this is a 1/4 inch tape, I'm going to do 2 strips of the tape. I'm going to do one at the bottom and one on top, and that gives me about 1/2 inch of a closed piece at the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the right side overlap the left. No, I'm going to have the left overlap the right because I like the pattern more on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on my left hand side. Again, this just depends. So if you're going to do the right side over the left, then you would want your adhesive underneath on the right side. But since I'm doing left over right, I'm on the left side, I'm going to put the adhesive on the bottom of the flap, like underneath it. Oop. And this one you could do 2 strips of glue, but because I'm going to add adhesive to the other side too, I'm not going to. So if I put adhesive on the left hand side, on the opposite side, which is the right, I'm going to do the top one. So if you're doing the other side, or like the other way around, then you're just going to do the opposite of what you did. So I'm just going to put the glue on here, like that. Oops, that was not supposed to adhere. Okay. I saved it. Okay, so obviously you would want to flip this around and then put your adhesive on the outside because as you saw, this stuck, or you can do that part first. I'm just trying to get this video done. Don't have much time, but wanted to get one out here. That was weird. Okay, anyway, that wasn't anyone special, I guess. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive along the top here, and I'm going to use double-sided tape. So if you have double-sided tape, I do recommend it. If you're not ready to close this, I actually recommend it just in general for creating the top part. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up as best as I can. And that's basically what it's going to be like. So since my left is going to be overlapping the right hand side, I have my adhesive right here on the inside, and then on the right hand side I have the adhesive on the top. I did 2 lines of adhesive at the bottom because mine is a 1/4 inch, but if you're using 1/2 inch tape, then you just need a strip. And then I did 1 strip of adhesive up here, but I'm going to leave the backing on there because I'm not ready to seal it up. But I am going to seal them on camera so that you could see how I seal these down. And I'm just going to put this here. So I'm just closing up the side that's going to go underneath first, which is this side here for me. And then I'm just going to put this right over and making sure that this is lining up at the bottom. I'm just going to put this here. And again, you don't want to crease down the sides here. It's going to give you that like chip bag type of look, I guess. I said candy bag, didn't I? It could be a candy bag or a chip bag, whatever your heart wants it to be. Okay, so there is the bag part. As you guys can see, it's already forming, and it has that window. And then what I'm going to do is fill these up. So for this one right here, I am going to be putting some little rosette embellishments. I was going to embellish these, but I thought I would just go ahead and gift them. But I did use Scrap Diva Designs little doily die, which I have a process video on making some tags with. So you'll see that video, and I'll also have a project share. So lots of videos. I'm going to work really hard to get those out. But I'm trying to find the die to show you guys. But I can't seem to find it. Oh, and this die also has a coordinating die with the numbers. I'm not using the numbers today, but you can get the numbers as well, and they are sold separately. Alright, so this is called the Heart Circle Nesting Set, which I recently did an unboxing on. And it looks like this, and I used the smallest one. And these are just going to go right inside here. And I have 3. I swear I had more than that, but we'll just do, these are the only ones I found, so. And then you can see through. It's not as, like, you can't see through it as much as you could with acetate, but I love that, like, I don't know, frothy, like, foggy look. So that's how it's going to look right there. And then once you're ready to seal it, you can go from the inside right here and just take a tool, and I don't know if you guys can see, but right here where the tape starts, you're going to peel that off. And you're just going to pull all the way. And now you have the adhesive all around, and all you do is you just pinch the top. Just make sure it's lined up, and bam, sealed. They are in there. So I'm gonna need this tool again. Crease this down. All right, and then there it is. It looks kind of like, yeah, like a chip bag or a candy bag. So that's what that looks like. I am gonna make the little creases. If you have a embossing folder that does like corrugated embossing, you can use that one, but an embossing folder or even a paper trimmer with a bone folder works perfectly fine. So now I'm going to do the larger one, and this one I really didn't know what I was going to put in here, but I really wanted to seal it up on camera. So I don't know if you guys remember in my haul video from scrapbook.com, I ended up getting 2 of these, so I'm going to gift one. And I wanted to put more in here, but I just can't seem to think about what to put in here. So I'm just going to leave it with just the die. Sorry, I know. But at least there's a little gift in there. And again, you can kind of see that die through the window. And I'm going to embellish this a little bit more, probably off camera, but I wanted to show you guys me packaging these. So again, you're just going to go from where it starts. And as you guys can see, this is the opposite side. So if you remember, I was pulling away from this way, but because I did a different overlap, it's going that way. It really just depends on how I want the back to look. I'm very like OCD about that, so that's why I do that. But okay. So now that that's in there, you can add, you know, shred, you can add sequins, all that in there too. But there we go. It's good to go. Let me use my bone folder and crease that. Cool, so now there's a die inside. And this is what it looks like. The more you put in there, the chip bag will be more like a little bit more puffier. But look at how cute that is. And again, I did use a lot of Scrap Diva Designs dies to create the like window, the little sentiments that are going to go in there, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to put a gift for you on this one, but I think I'm going to stamp A and 4. But I did do the U. Maybe I can put it, ooh, I think it'd be cute right here. Oh yeah. See, if I planned this a little bit better, I would have stamped A and then 4 as well on the vellum. But we'll just put that there. And then I'm going to do the stamping on, we'll do it on camera. So let me just place that on there. And then this one's going to say DIY. So here are the layering pieces. And all I'm going to do is just take my glue, throw those away. Okay. Whoops, almost glued it onto the the wrong thing. Okay. So here's D. You guys, these die cut so nice on my machine. The little pieces came out so easily. And I am loving how they look. I'm so glad that I have this die. I was so thankful for her sending this to me in my design team package because I really wanted it. I really was just like, oh, I can't get it right now. It's not Christmas time and blah, blah, blah. But look, I'm using it even without Christmas. So I love the versatility of her dies. So this one says DIY. I could do it like this. Would it look weird if I do it like this maybe? Oh no, that's cute. Okay, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right. So I'm most likely gonna pop these up actually, but I am also going to stamp my little A and 4. So I'm going to use this stamp set. This is from Concord and Ninth, and it's called, oops, Perfectly Penned. I've shared this so many times. And I'm going to use a scrap piece, honestly. This was a mess up, and there's a bunch of score lines on here, but I have been using every little bit that I can because it's my favorite pink 110-pound cardstock. So I'm going to do... wait, whoops, wrong one. Yeah, it would look so cute if I could stamp it on here. It would be too late. Maybe not. I'm going to be risky. And I'm going to stamp it on here. Because I want the script to be on the acetate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place where I want my letters. And I'm going to glue it down. So I'm going to just take my glue once again. Oh wait, I did say I was going to pop them up, didn't I? So I'll do the stamping first. Don't try this at home. Stamp before you create the pocket or like the little envelope chip bag thingy. Stamp first. I am doing this with a risk. Okay. So I'll do a capital A for this one. And what color do I want? I kind of want to do white. I'm scared it's going to smear, but let's try it anyway. So I'm going to use Hero Hues, my favorite white pigment ink, and it's in Unicorn. And I'm just going to stamp this. Juicy. Okay. So A. Okay, okay. It's looking good. Okay. And I'm going to clean this off using my little stamp chamois. Okay. And then we'll do 4. And I'm going to do each letter separately because I just want to make sure that they're all going to touch each other. And I am going to do lowercase, so, oops. Hope you guys don't mind this random video. Okay, so we'll start it right here. I don't even know if this is centered. Okay, so there's the F. It's not really touching. I don't want to get my head in the in the frame, but it's okay. It doesn't look too bad, so it's fine. Okay. And R, where is you? Where is you at? Okay. So R. Okay, that touched, so that looks nice. Embossing would be nice on this too, so kind of wish I did that, but oh well. Last minute tings. Okay, put that away. It's not in your guys' view. All right. All right, and I'll put this one back. This is like my staple, so in my craft room, so I just want to make sure I don't lose that. Okay, so now let's try to get y'all focused on the bag. I don't know if you guys can see. It just says a gift for you. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. And again, these are going to get popped up, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these off camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here it is. How cute are these letters? I love alpha dies, so yeah, this was a must-have for my collection. I am a Christmas gal, so anything peppermint I will take. So it turned out so cute with the stamping on the vellum. I just need to make sure I don't touch it because it's still in the process of drying. But I did actually recently haul this cotton thread from Hobby Lobby, and I'm thinking of actually tying it at the top. I don't know just yet, but I do want to share with you guys, the embossing part. So what would be the best way to do this? Like this, right? Okay. So I actually like to use a ballpoint like tool, so like this one here. And I try to use the smallest one possible, or at least like a medium-sized one, so that way it makes a good impression. Now I press as hard as I can, which is why I like to use the ball tool. One, because it's metal, and two, I just feel like it makes a better embossing line. So I'm just going to keep going over that line. And I'm going to go over it about 3 times each. And I'm going to do my lines at 1/4 inch, an 1/8 of an inch each. So every 1/8 of an inch I'm going to emboss. And you could do this with a paper trimmer, just, you know, have your tool and measure every 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to go up to 1/2 an inch because, like I said, I did put my adhesive up until then. Oops, that one skipped over a score. And I'm pressing pretty hard. Alright, yeah, see, so it gives that chip bag look. It looks so much cuter with that top part, so I'm going to go ahead and do that to this one as well. And just keep making sure that the bottom doesn't shift, because when you start scoring, it does kind of shift a little bit. So I'm just making sure I'm pushing up against the edge, depending on what kind of scoreboard you're using. of course. Okay, so there's the bag. Cute. And I know this isn't like brand new, this type of packaging, but I just love how it looks with the letters, and just everything about it is so cute. I love it. So if you guys can see the embossing on the back. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to this one, and I am going to do the same measurements for it. I just think that that's like the perfect size. Unless you're doing a really huge bag, then maybe you can go like maybe 1/4 inch. It's kind of big though. It does take a lot of energy to do if you're using pretty thick paper, so I'm going to keep going back and forth. Okay, cool. Cute. It's so cute. I haven't made one of these in so long. Ooh. Just be careful it doesn't skip your score. Kind of did that a couple times just now. Alright. Cool. I don't think I really need to embellish this any further. I kind of actually like how it looks with just that, with those letters. So there's the, sorry guys, it's a mess out here. I want to try to do this rope thing, or twine. So let me see if I like the look of it wrapped around a couple times. Thinking I can do it up here. Yeah, that's actually cute. So I guess I'll do that, but it does need to be a little bit tighter, so I am gonna tighten up the bow. Okay, you guys, so I'm not going to tie the twine around this one here because I think I'm gonna use some of this, I forgot what they call this. I think I have the box here. The paper repack. I'm going to use some of these bits to decorate, you know, the top part of this here, but I promised my daughter I was going to play with her, so I don't want to take too long in here, but I really just wanted to share with you guys the die set, the little peppermint alpha die set. I will leave the name of the die linked down below, and again, if you guys would like to support me and my channel, you guys can click the link down below. It is an affiliate link. It's free for you guys to use. Don't have to pay for anything, except for what you do purchase. I do get a small commission from it, so you guys can go ahead and do that. But yeah, I'm basically going to do like a little cluster like this. Probably going to leave it like this too, but yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys that and show you guys how it looks. But I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will make sure to have all my other videos linked down below. I will be doing a project share, so you'll see how these look when it's all done and embellished, because I do have other plans on how I'm going to embellish these a little farther. I will also have a video of me making a little diamond dots box using this collection for myself, so keep an eye out for that. I'll probably have that video out later, probably after this one, we'll see. But I hope that you guys have a great day, whatever day it is that y'all are watching this. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them down below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.